Texas Dem lawmakers not only walk out, but they are flying out. Welcome to my channel. This is Bruce the Boss Resurrected. And as I'm rebuilding this channel after YouTube nuked it because they hate free speech that doesn't go with the narrative, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already, for those who have begun subscribing. So I want to thank those who have resubscribed to my channel. Don't forget to like this video, comment on this video, share this video. So again, to the main topic. A while ago, Texas passed or at least Texas lawmakers introduced a new House bill to secure election integrity. I did a video on that on my previous channel, so I'm going to have to re-upload that video again to this new channel. So go ahead, check it out. Once I do re-upload it, I'll put the link here as a card. You can click on that, and or I'll put a link to the video in the description box below. Check that out, where I did an overview of the entire bill that's being proposed, where if you watch it, feel free to listen. I found absolutely nothing in the bill that limited and or restricted individuals' right to vote. I found nothing. I combed through it's not a boring comb through. I hit pretty much all of the key points and dared anyone to find any key lines within the legislation that literally restricted a right to vote. I saw none. So I don't get what the uproar is, but bottom line is Texas Democratic legislatures from the Texas House of Representatives are planning today, Monday, July the 12th, to not be present, to vacate Austin, and the majority of them are planning to get together on a private jet to fly to Washington. More than willing to call out both Republicans and Democrats when either side is acting silly, but right now it seems as though there is only one side that is either the biggest threat to our personal liberties, freedom of expression, freedom to move around, freedom of assembly, as well as our right to free speech. But also in this particular case, one side that is acting not only just the most tyrannical, but in this particular case, more like a bunch of babies throwing a tantrum. Because whatever happened to let the will of the people speak? In this case, Texas voters voted majority Republican into the state legislature, into the House of Representatives on the state level. So that's the will of the majority. And so if those individuals who are supposed to, and let's assume that they are representing the people of their communities, if not the people within those specific districts, can certainly speak out, call their congressman and state congressman or district representative and let them know, hey, I do not support the bill. But that does not seem to be the case. So if the majority of districts are supporting this bill, this should be held out to a vote in a discussion. It does appear as though the Republicans do have the majority in the state legislature in order to pass this bill, which is why it seems like the Democrats' only method of stopping this is to, again, pull a tantrum and not show up. By the way, they're not showing up to do their job, which is just that, to debate on issues, debate on bills, vote on said bills. And again, if you don't have the majority right now, that's why they say elections have consequences. If you don't like this bill, go ahead, make your case to the American public come the next election. Or not the American public, I'm sorry, the Texans. And if the majority of Texans agree with you, you can claim those House seats on the state level come the next election. That's how you do it. If the people of Texas agree, not just the ones representing the Democratic districts on the state level, but those in the current Republican districts, flip it. Make the case to the people and then change the legislative afterward. But right now, they are planning a majority of them are planning to hop on a private plane, fly out to D.C., where they can try to rally for more support. Now, I am reading that there is a law in Texas state legislature that requires all lawmakers to be present, or at the very least, to have 2/3 of the Texas legislature present in order to have a quorum, in order to have a debate and bring a legislature to a vote, in which case they can be legally compelled to comply and show up, otherwise be tracked down and potentially arrested. We'll see where this goes, but again, this seems to be the latest stunt. A lot of Democratic supporters seem to be applauding this move on Twitter, but of course Twitter is mostly a cesspool of far left and or left leaning. But again, I dare you to find any piece of the legislation that specifically will target any particular group and keep them from going to the voting bill, from voting. Take a look at it and come back to me. Don't just say this is restrictive. You have to provide the proof, provide the line by line reading in the bill. And I don't just mean an article. Show me in the law itself, because that's what I did in my other video, which I want you to go check out. And I will include a link to the Texas House bill that's being proposed as well. Show me in the line, not New York Times biased opinion, not the Washington Post biased opinion, but show me where is it that it specifically restricts someone's ability to vote. Otherwise, it's just propaganda, and it's kind of like what the other side says about voter integrity and or the election being stolen, is that it's all lies with nothing to back it up, especially in this case. So that's the video. I think that it really is a shame when individuals do not show up to do their job. Again, just admit when you lost, make your argument to the people. That's just me. But why is it okay for one side to throw a fit and cause a tantrum when they don't get their way, when they don't get their vote? But when another side does it, they crap all over them, saying, hey, you lost. Accept it, deal with it. And in this case, the will of the Texans, the great country of Texas, said, hey, we want these people representing us in a majority. We do have a number of Democrats, yes, in the state legislature that represents, for instance, probably Harris County, Austin, Dallas, Fort Worth area, and probably Bexar County in southern central San Antonio. But the rest of Texas, majority Republican. Win those people over. All right, that's my video. This is Bruce the Boss Brooks. Don't forget to, again, like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. I'm tired of all of the tantrums being thrown by a lot of these politicians and these showboating moves. So I'm out. Peace.